My wife put that fucking South Park on.
God, I hate that shit. Good
Greetings and
morning, everybody. Morning, Fluff. Cheers, chat.
good morning, Colton. How are you doing this fine fucking day?
Oh, I'm alive and I made it out of bed, and yeah, the day's begun. So I think we're gonna make it today.
Right? Woke up, got vertical. The day started pretty fucking
Yeah,
deep. Huh.
yeah, I'm upright, so we're good. How about you? How's things going over there?
Oh, about the same. Fucking woke up. Yay.
Yeah, yeah,
But no, it's good. I'm getting ready to get some seeds down, which I've been fucking slacking on, but it's like I got a million things to do and it's not at the top of the list.
yeah. No, I hear you.
But so I'm trying to get figured out what we're gonna. I know. So I decided I got like six little 6L trays. The little
Hmm.
seed starter trays. So I got six of
Yeah,
those filled up, and then I have three that I know I'm putting in. So I've got the Mad Dog. I've got two different Golden Goats. I know that's going in. So I need three more selections to go and say
nice.
garden this round. So I'm gonna try to figure that out this morning.
Hell yeah. Huli, I didn't get an interview just yet. I just put in a resume, so we're still hoping to hear back, but we will see. I'm hoping they just had so many resumes they're taking forever to go through them all, but I've not heard anything back, so it's not a great sign. But keep fingers
Uh,
crossed. Still,
I think it's all good, man. That's one of those. Yeah, you just got to make the cut. They got to go through your shit. They got to go through their shit. It's not a quick
yeah,
process.
yeah, and they're looking for two people too, so it makes
Yeah,
it a little bit trickier when you're hiring two people versus just one.
right, right.
Cheers, chat. Hope everybody's having a good morning. What are you guys? What's everybody smoking over there this morning? Cheers, Roddy Dog, Double J, Hooli, Artman, Jeff Rowe, Fat Freddy's Cat. Good morning. Good morning. Joshua Sims. Good morning. Anova. Cheers. Layback Dad. Good morning. She Grows. Cheers. It's fucking harder to read all the names now. Like I wish it just had all the fucking regular
But,
names and not all the
but
stupid ats.
yeah, why did they do that?
I
Like,
don't know.
no, nobody wants that.
No, no. It's probably some attempt to like avoid double accounts or fucking scam accounts and shit. I don't know. That'd be my guess.
Yeah,
But I don't know why it matters in fucking chat. Cheers, Sheldon.
I hear you there, dude. Maybe
Uh,
this one needs to go. I think that one might need to go.
how many beans are you looking at popping total?
Oh, however many are in this, so that's what 24. I think it'll just be 24 this round.
Just 24. That's all.
Yeah, I mean, it's an unknown variable, so 24 is not that many, man.
That's true because you're gonna be fucking. Those are gonna be all regs, right?
Yeah, yep, all rigs. You know
Yeah.
what? I'm gonna fucking. All right, so this is what I think I'll do. Uh, I keep debating, and that one's been in the door for a while, so I think I'm gonna go ahead and put the Highlander down. That is Highlander is by Ocean Grown Genetics by Vader. Um, I looked it up the other day. I don't quite remember what the fuck the lineage was, but it's cool. It's older. I think I'm gonna go with that one.
Nice.
And then I think I'm gonna go with some fucking. I think Loving in Her Eyes is gonna get the other shit.
Oh hell yeah! You know, I didn't realize till the other day that she's a female breeder.
Yes, fucking ridiculously awesome.
It makes sense though when I see all of her stuff, all of her branding, and all of her stuff. It makes sense. I'm like, yeah,
Yeah,
that's like it's really nice and looks nice and sleek, but just slightly on the feminine side. But
right.
yeah, I like it.
All right. Here's what I think we're gonna have. So I think we're gonna
Shadow
do
Country
Polar
Club.
Lights by Cajun Moon. Not quite sure what to expect there, but I love the fucking Spanish Moon, and she did
Mhm.
one that the Spanish Moon. Come on, motherfucker, you can do it. This one,
By
Spanish
Grape
Moon by Grape
Diamonds.
Diamond. Yeah.
Ooh,
So let's go with those. I think that's what's gonna go in this.
nice. Sounds wicked.
I hope so. I hope so. I
Dago,
mean, I
yeah.
have had really good luck. I mean, I loved the Spanish Moon. The Spanish Moon had character. It had terps. It had pop to it. I mean, it was a pretty all around badass fucking plant.
Mhm.
Probably could have made it a little bit stronger. Probably could have done a little better there. But you know, that's just pheno hunting. I've seen the other phenos of it, and I can imagine that you know
Yeah.
there's definitely a hunt can be done. So
Yeah. Well, yeah, I never got to try the Spanish Moon, obviously, but that fucking goddamn was she pretty.
yeah, yeah, she was
I mean,
super
that's
fucking
why
pretty.
I popped the Lunas first out of the seeds that I have of yours, is because the Spanish Moon was in there, and that just such a fucking pretty plant.
Yeah,
Nice, Double J. Oh, I was gonna go back to Jeffro. Sorry, fuck it. Nope, not that one.
we got two there.
Needs to be some homemade. What was it? Here we go. Everyone's preferred method of making canna butter, canna coconut oil, stovetop, slow cooker, etc. I
Yeah,
just go kind of the traditional, the two-step method of decarb in the oven, and then typically throw in the slow cooker for a while. The one recently, Jeffro, when I was hurting, when my back went out in the spring and I was fucked, uh, I made some rosin honey. I took some honey and I threw it in a double boiler, and then I just once it was really viscous and started to get runny, I just took a bunch of fucking rosin and stirred it in until it was in there. It never, what's the word? Is it not homogenized when they go together? Amalgamated? It never really took.
yeah, I think you're
It
right.
stayed
Homogenized.
separated. Yeah, it stayed separated. Is what I was trying to say. You could almost see little teeny tiny, like, the fucking drinks that used to have the little teeny balls in them. It was like that shit in the honey. You guys were just talking about that the other day, I think. But
Yeah,
but yeah, it was like that. You could almost see the rosin in it. And actually, now that it's sat in the cupboard for a little bit, it looks like it's totally separated. The rosin is like around to the top of the honey in a ring on stuck to the side of the jar.
really.
Emulsified. That's what it is. Yeah. Yeah, it totally fucking separated. So I'm wondering if like a good stir would just kind of get it back down in there. But
See, that's interesting because I thought that honey was one of the things that actually was kind of compatible. There was enough, fats and lipids inside of the natural honey to be able to
that's
take.
what I was hoping.
That's what I
But
thought. So that's interesting.
yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, no fats to bind it. Yeah. I mean, I wonder if I used like more of that, the opaque style of honey, like a creamed honey or something like that almost. If it would maybe because the honey that I did use is try a dab of it. Yeah. That'd be fucking tasty, I bet. Um yeah, the honey I used was
until
super
the sugar
clear and
starts
runny.
scorching.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, the whipped honey, I think, Josh, I think that might be the ticket there. So I was just looking at it the other day and thinking about even just putting it back into a double boiler just to melt it back down and get it mixed up again.
Right. Yeah, because I don't know, man. I've always been a big fan of the coconut oil. I've got one of the Levos
Hmm.
that it can do all the work for you. I still prefer to decarb it in the oven. It just
Yeah.
seems to work better. But I've also heard maybe I was screwing up the decarb inside of the Levo. So
Oh.
learn the process. Maybe that would have changed how it does. But
Hmm.
when it comes to just the infusion part of it, it's been just too easy to pour the oil in, set the time, and walk away from it, and just pour it out
Yeah.
into a jar. With the push of a button when it's done. So
Yeah.
uh,
And
I
if you
love
have an
that.
instant pot, then it's fucking even easier. You can do a one pot. I use jars, so I just decarb it in a jar in a water bath. Decarb it first in the instant pot, and then you pull it out, you adjust your water level, and then add your oil, and back into the instant pot it goes. Super easy, not much cleanup. You're not using a sheet pan or whatever to decarb in the oven, and then using something else to infuse. So super simple process with the instant pot.
Yeah. I found that the butter was absolutely like smacked harder. Um,
Hmm.
I just didn't like working with it.
Yeah, and I
But
found the same too. Yeah.
yeah, yeah, it's just it seems like the herb wanted to hold the water from the butter. The cleanup was harder. I
Yeah.
had more waste. I guess
Hmm.
yeah, I guess you'd say waste because right, it just didn't stuff that didn't end up in my fucking edibles.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
Yeah, that's honestly why I avoid doing butter. I like the butter, like you said, it smacks more. Um, but I fucking hate cleaning that shit up.
yeah, dude,
Cheers,
like
noob.
the water from or the leftover water from the butter and stuff gets like stuck in the leaves. It's hard to um like squeeze out all of the. Now I don't. Maybe it's because I don't have the proper tools. Uh, and we all know I got bad fucking hands. So but it was hard to squeeze
Hmm.
out oil out of the fucking flour and shit. So yeah, I just wasn't a big fan.
Hmm. Um, I did see, I think it was Canada Chem just put out a reel or some information not too long ago. Cheers, Galaxy. Talking about the difference in why butter hits harder, and it is all about the fat content.
Yeah, I
Um,
mean,
THC
when we
stores in our fat, right? It stores in our fat cells. That's where, if you're gonna pass a drug test, or if you need to pass a drug test, go fucking work your ass out for a couple of weeks, real hard, sweat that shit out. But yeah, it hangs out in our fat cells, so it makes sense that binding it to a fat cell will fucking make it hit harder.
right, absolutely, dude. Um, and I've seen a lot of others studies like that. And the thing was, in the way I went, because I went with the reason I went with like the oil then was because it was like the closest second that
Hmm.
I could find in my research. It had enough fat that it was slightly comparable. Obviously, not as good as is regular like buttered fat, but
Hmm.
slightly comparable anyway. So, but and a lot easier to clean up, to infuse, to just do what I
Yeah.
needed to do with it. So,
Big H, I think that's all just on on your own personal preference, whether coconut oil or butter is better. Like we've said, the butter might hit better, but I find more applications, more like it's easier to use oil, coconut oil or MCT oil with more things or in different ways. Like I don't want to put a bunch of butter under my tongue. Not that this flavor's gross or anything, but it's just you get that mouth, coat your mouth in butter. But coconut oil or MCT oil, I can put under my tongue and let it sit for a minute, and then it's fucking done. I'm dosed. I got it in me. I don't have to make something with it to ingest it.
Yeah, I can easily make anything with the oil. So like anything that requires oil, boom, done. 1-to-1 replacement. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Or it doesn't even need to be 1-to-1. If you make really good oil, you only put a little bit, or if you're dabbling with friends who don't eat hundreds of milligrams a day, then you don't need to 1-to-1 replacement. But it's an easy replacement in almost every fucking recipe because of that.
Yeah, exactly.
And I find that you can also use it as a 1-to-1 replacement for just your fucking straight liquid too. Well, not 1-to-1. I'm sorry, not 1-to-1 for just straight liquid. You need to put a little bit of the water or whatever in there, but you add the oil as like a secondary half with a little bit of emulsifier, and you're off to the races.
Right.
All right. So we've got 6. Get back in. I have 2, 4, 12 of Hooley's Golden Goats down. I guess it'll be more than 24.
Yes, Western Maine. That's a good point too. I use I've got some sunflower lecithin for helping that bind that oil as well. Nice, Galaxy. I'm full-time passenger princess over here, so if I can feel you.
Yeah, so when it
Green
comes,
hash and eggs, yeah.
oops, forgot to grab my tray. But other than that, man, like I would like to do butter if somebody else cleans it up for me afterwards.
Yeah.
It's pretty much the way that one's gonna go. All right. There is one thing I hate about these fucking seed packs. When people put these fucking foams in here and then
Trying to get them out of there without fucking losing them.
yeah, because they like to fucking pop the seeds right to the very, very, very top of it and roll right the fuck out.
Yeah, I made a mistake just the other day when I was just opening one and then trying to put them back in. Was like, fuck.
Yeah. So all the people think that's fancy. I don't like it. I don't like it at all.
No, Double J, I don't drive. Unfortunately, I will again soon, hopefully, but it's been a long time since I was able to drive. Oh, nice, Huli. Mushrooms on pizza. Jeffro, I don't know how much a pound of coconut oil is.
I don't. Why would you need to know by pound?
Well, he's asking how much lecithin for a pound of coconut oil. I'm guessing it's.
Oh, bro, you just need like an eighth of a fucking tablespoon in there, regardless.
Yeah, it's not much.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't take much lecithin to actually make that shit emulsify. So, the way that I figured mine out was I just put it in. I started stirring until I got my water and oil to look like butter. Like the consistency of butter. Then I don't have enough lecithin in it. You know what I mean? You gotta stir it a little bit, make sure it's starting to incorporate. But yeah, it starts to turn into what almost, at least my butter starts to turn into looking like butter. Like melted butter inside the pan. So a little bit lighter, but that's when I know it's all emulsified. It's got enough in there that it's not going to separate out as long as I don't overheat it. So it's, but yeah, it does not take much lecithin to get the fucking job done. At least not in my experience.
Josh, I would say if you're using like any kind of cooking oil, that might be the case, the smoke point. I was just thinking actually yesterday, I fucking love sesame oil in like anything Asian inspired or, whatever, Thai food or whatever. I love it. So I was thinking about infusing some sesame oil, and I know that one has a pretty low smoke point. But as long as you're infusing it low and slow, I don't know that it would matter until you go
I
to
think
use it.
I think at infusion point, it's not going to matter because at
No,
infusion, you're not going to hit the smoke point. And
right,
so it
right.
all
It's
matters on
when you
cook.
go to use it. If you fucking burn your oil up, you'll fucking burn up your THC
Yeah.
inside of it, I would imagine.
Yeah. I mean, you're just going to start cooking the fucking whatever that oil leaves behind. You're just
Mhm.
going to start, baking it to your pan, basically.
Yeah.
So, okay.
We have not had a fucking dab frog yet. We're slacking. So here, cheers, everybody. Get this going up here.
I'm trying to work, Colton. This garden's never going to get done if I don't fucking do it.
Cheers, Clay. Oh, you got the ardent? Nice. Laid back dead. That one looks sweet, too.
Now, is the ardent just for decarbing, or can you do the
No,
infusion
you can
setting in it?
infuse in it, too, I'm pretty sure.
It just doesn't have any form of movement to it. Like, I like the Levo because it has that little stir plate in it, and it constantly will give it a little bit of stir. So things are mixing around, moving around, and it makes me just feel a little happier about what's going on.
Right.
But yeah, I don't see why. Right. I guess thinking about it, there's no reason why you couldn't decarb in it unless it only has one setting. Or I mean, infuse in it.
Decarb, infuse, and bake. Yeah, nice. Nice.
So it's kind of like a version of the fucking Levo then.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Western Maine, I like to use it as like like a little fucking, just a drizzle on stuff when after it's done cooking. I have made the mistake of fucking trying to cook with sesame oil. You got to definitely add another oil too to help with the smoke
Yeah.
point.
Or you just have to fucking do whatever you're doing really goddamn fast.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I add a little bit to like when I do stir fry and fried rice and shit. And I add it to that super hot ass pan, but it is literally like put a dab on, fucking swish it around a few times and get the hell out of there.
Mm-hmm.
All right, we got the golden goats and the mad dogs.
Nice. Hell yeah.
My cat keeps getting pissed off at me because I keep kicking his chair on the way by. I'm gonna get fucked up.
Cheers, Kingfish. Good morning. Oh, so as you're popping seeds, I was actually thinking yesterday about something to bring up because I was fucking getting the clay pellets out of the bottom of my autopot pots, and as I was doing it, it made me wonder. I wonder what other garden chores everybody else fucking hates but has to do them. So I was gonna say, what's everyone's number one? What's that fucking garden chore that you absolutely hate doing, but you have to do it, whether it's specific to your grow or whatever?
I am not a dishwasher. I fucking hate washing all this shit. But that's the thing, right? That's what I decided I wanted to do was be as sustainable as possible. So soap and water became my fucking mortal enemy in my garden.
That's funny. Cleaning the fans, yeah, Clay, that fucking sucks too.
Fucking fans does blow ass. Yeah. That and the fucking lights. Like cleaning, like giving my lights a good
Yeah,
deep clean
yeah, that one's
sucks.
tricky. Yeah, yeah. That's why one of the things I actually did like about um, the the Raging Kush lights that Science had put out is they had like a fucking plastic housing over the LEDs. So it was much easier, you can just wipe that off instead of having to like, try to clean in between each diode without fucking up the light.
Right.
Um,
Well, and then the other thing you have is, your cooling fins on top, to
mhm.
actually get down inside of there and get clean down in
Yeah,
there.
yeah, you almost need a fucking compressor and a blower.
Yeah. And that's what I don't want to do is literally like break the room down, take it outside so I can fucking clean.
Yeah, right?
Where we're getting into the realm of ridiculous at this point.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh shit. All right. God, those are good looking
Yeah,
seeds.
half of the growing is cleaning. Yeah, dude. Yeah.
Yep. That's exactly it. Half is
Yeah,
fucking
and I
cleaning.
hate when my fucking flower room, if it gets, like, a little bit messy or if I get leaves, if I'm doing defol and shit, and I got leaves that fall down behind the plants and I can't get back there, oh, it drives me fucking nuts.
Oh, yeah, I had to make up a tube for my vacuum so that I can get
Or an
behind my two
extension.
by four. Yeah, so I can get behind my 2x4 bed
Yeah,
because it does not, it's a lot tighter
yeah.
against the wall. So,
Uh, Usually it's not as big of an issue, but it was with the auto pots this time just because I couldn't fucking move them around as much to get back into the corner. I was trying to fucking I could move them just a few inches either way, but I couldn't just, slide everything to one side and crawl back there. I have, my shop vac, I don't know, pole, I guess, or arm is pretty long. I've got two segments and then the chisel on the end of it. So I've got a decent reach, but I could not get back to the back corner. And I had one leaf that fell, and it must have been wet because it fucking stuck to the floor. Now it's dried to the floor. I got half of it. I finally got there with the vacuum, but it had dried already. So I just got the pieces that were loose that crumbled off. So I got a
it's
little section,
amazing.
like that much of a leaf stuck to my floor.
It is amazing how fucking that stuff can just just like it made up of glue or some shit. And fucking as soon as it goes from wet to dry, it's just like stuck.
Yeah. Yeah. That's a good idea, Big H. Get a fucking grabber. Cheers, buds. Afternoon to you. Oh, fuck.
I lost my grabber. I need to find it. I got a fucking old guy grabber. Those things are fucking handy.
I need to get one for my wife to use in the cupboard because she's so fucking short. Whenever I can't find our barbecue tongs, that's pretty well I know where they are.
She's used them to try to get something.
Yeah, so we have this weird pantry. Like our fridge is here in the kitchen, and then next to it we have a pantry that's like cut into the wall. But it doesn't, like, I think when I stand there, it's like it's almost sternum height on me is the bottom of it. I don't know what the fuck they did that for, but and it's super deep and it's as tall as our ceiling. So I don't know how tall it is total, but like even for me to get up in the top, I have to get a step ladder, and actually like climb up and get in there to get to the back of the top shelf. So my wife's 5 foot and I'm 6 foot, and she can't reach fucking anything in there. So it is the most unpractical fucking. Yeah, Josh, it is great for hiding shit. Yeah, I will say that. It is good for fucking keeping things out of little hands.
Out of short ladies' hands because you got a lot
Yeah,
of that going on in
yeah.
that house.
We have another cupboard that's actually it's like a little bit, it's next to that one, and it's the same thing, but it's only the top. Like it starts above my head. So It's like it's like a liquor cupboard essentially. It's like way up there. Even if the girls get a step ladder, they can't fucking reach it. So that's where I keep anything. That's where I keep all my oils and my when I have edibles and shit. I keep them all up there
Nice.
because nobody can get there except for me. Big H, yes, actually, I happen to live in the new, what has been dubbed the Tornado Alley of Canada. Um, it used to be more in Saskatchewan and Manitoba that way, but Alberta has had quite a few the last 5-10 years. We had one from us. It was 2 years ago. I believe it was an F4. It was the largest tornado in Canada since the 80s, and it was just 20 minutes to the south of us here last July. Typically, we get them, if we get them, it's through, say, June through July. Those are our big thunderstorm, crazy storm months up here. And I'm right at the base. Well, not at the base, but I'm about an hour from the northern end of the Canadian Rockies. So we get a lot of the winds and currents and shit coming down off the backside of the Rockies. And then right by my house, they also cloud seed. And it just fucking makes shit crazy. We literally watch some crazy ass storms form up right by our house. They typically form up right by us and then head off in different directions and fuck shit up. Oh, okay. Oh, Shanny, you're in Manitoba? Okay, nice. Only one this year. Yeah, we had a few touchdown, but they were not anywhere near farms or houses or town, the civilization. Just took out crops and shit.
Yeah, it was pretty fucking wild. I don't know if you heard, St. Louis got hit with a pretty fucking big one here recently. Well, what was that, in May this year?
Yeah.
Um,
Was that
yeah,
the one
fucking
that
like,
hit the fucking Amazon
no, that
place,
one
or
was that
was
one
that
was a
last
year
year?
or two before. That was a
Okay.
year or two before. Yeah, but both of those are right here in the area where I'm at.
Yeah.
But dude, it was crazy. We were in the city that day when the tornado came through. But we were just like on the other side of it, and we were like, man, kind of a weird fucking day in the city. And then as we're driving through it, we just see like fucking parts of it are getting destroyed. We're like, what the fuck happened here?
That's
It
crazy.
was like, yeah, we were fucking hanging out in a casino, didn't fucking realize the world was getting fucking ejected around us.
Turned upside down out there.
Yeah.
Dude, that's fucking wild. I hope everyone was okay.
Where at?
I'm not sure. He just said his place was hit by a tornado last June. That's fucking wild. Here, let's get another dab frog up here. Get everybody nice and toasty this morning.
Yeah, I'll be with you guys in a second. I am just watering in these seeds here so that I can get the cover put back on, and then
So when you start seed, you start them in soil in little trays like that?
yep, right directly in the soil. No pre-soak, no bullshit. Just right into some decent soil. I try to nowadays. I've tried to be really careful about making sure I don't put them in too hot of soil. I have definitely smoked more than my fair share of fucking seeds from the soil being too hot and trying to plant them in there. Uh,
Right.
so I'm just trying to make sure that I'm not doing that. Fuck, here we go. Let me grab my phone and see if I can do all this. I'll show you guys what I'm doing.
Yeah. Big H says casinos are exempt from tornadoes.
Some sometimes you wonder, man, like the
That's
world can be
funny.
falling apart. You could be in a fucking casino and everything will be just
Yeah.
fine.
Yeah. Does that mean
Been,
Vegas is the place to go for fucking for the
yeah,
apocalypse? Just
until it
go.
rains.
Yeah.
Until it rains, and then that motherfucker just floods. So they haven't figured out how to remove wastewater from the desert yet because they don't get any ever.
Yeah. Well, I remember it was like what? How many years ago was it? It snowed there, and they were fucked.
That was cool, man. Seeing like the snow on the tigers in Egypt and shit.
Yeah, but I heard because all the fucking street stuff, like the lines in the road, they're all raised there, or at least they were. Uh,
Hmm.
and so when they brought in snowplows, which they had to borrow snowplows from all the surrounding fucking areas because they didn't have any, the snowplows scraped up all the fucking the shit off the roads. So there was no, well, I think there was some like you could see where the lions and shit were, but it fucked up the roads down there pretty good, I heard.
Yeah, that's like it happens every fucking time in the Midwest. It snows, they plow, they fucking blow all the markers off the ground. Uh,
Yeah. Yeah.
so the room, it's clean, it's done, it's ready. So we're off to go. So got the floors clean, got the wall all done and fixed. Beds are looking nice and clean. The only thing I've been able to find is some fungus gnats on my traps. And these traps are about a fucking month old in here. I haven't replaced or done anything. Just kind of checking on all of my, what life is adding. And there has been no new life, and everything's good. So, like I said, what we're doing here, this is how I'll set up my seeds. So, I have just basically put a seed in every one of these. I poke it down to about the first fucking knuckle of my finger. Boop, give it about a knuckle. I'll poke it down in there. Then I just cover it up, and then I give it a squirt. Because the soil's loose, I'll fuck. Whoops, can't see that. Because the soil's loose, I'll get it a little puddle going on, let it sink in, and then
Mhm.
I'll get a little more aggressive to make sure that we're getting plenty of water down inside of each. Uh, whoops, there we go. And so I'll just do this for each one. I'll give it a nice little soak, and then the top goes on. It will sit on top of this bed,
Mhm.
take the heat from the lights and everything. So I'm not going to use any form of heat mat or anything. We're just going to use the heat from the room since it's on, and we got everything going on in here, and make sure the environment's staying in check and everything. So
Nice.
I'm not going to cover crop this round. Uh, for anyone wondering, I want to keep a few things under check. We're going to make sure we don't have any extra bugs running in through this round. Cover crop for me is an area where I will slack on it, and I won't do enough justice to it for IPM. And I know it's a vector to actually like give them a home away from your plants also, but
Mhm.
I want to do it a little more just sterile inside of here this round. I'll I'll probably cover crop the next round because I do want the soil to fucking cycle like it would outside. So I do want the cover crop to go in. I do want those nitrogen fixers and all that good shit that's inside of there. I want all that. I'm just not going to get it done this round because of the issues and the issues with any of the bugs in here and just trying to keep them away and done. So this round, no cover crop.
Mhm.
So, but that's it. So that's all I'll do right there. Top goes on it. This won't this won't get checked on. This won't a couple days. We should see some things popping out of here. They'll stay inside of this cloner. All vents are closed. I want as much humidity and everything just to stay inside of here for the time being. As soon as I see some sprouts come above I know it was enough. I know it's enough. Um, as soon as I see the sprouts come up, I'll open these up, and then I don't want them to dampen off in here and get too crazy humid. I like to harden everything off as much as possible. So,
Yeah.
well, I didn't stick them in my mouth this round for the initial soak. So,
Yeah, the 3 lights on for those.
but see, uh, you gotta know they're not on 100% I'm not a goddamn idiot. They would be going over there, but I've got fucking clones I don't feel like dealing with right now. So they go in here, which is fine because you know what? This room's running anyway, so why not, right?
Yeah.
Anywho, so that's what we got rolling around in here. So couple days we'll have stuff up and popping and stuff to look at. So
Nice.
oh,
Nice.
ooh, no, I don't want to end the stream. That's not the button.
Don't do that. Just
Right?
put your phone down.
Wait, I know how to do this. I can do this. But no, I'm excited. This run should be quite fucking fun. Oh, they ain't gonna damp off. They won't see water for another fucking month, so they will be fine. Oh, Western, I am not completely against the walls. I only have the short side of one side of the bed against the wall. I learned some pretty rough lessons about moving around the bed and getting work done on the other side of the 4x8. I can't reach that well and shit. So I have is it about a 12-inch walkway? It's not much of a walkway. It's just enough for my creeper, like my little rolling seat to go by and shit. So maybe about a foot and a half. Yeah, I got about a 16 or 18-inch gap in between the long side and that wall. So I can get around, work on those plants, and so they're not flopping against the wall and shit.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah. So I do have the 2x4 is two-sided against the wall. And I try to keep my trellis to keep the plants from leaning against that wall. But it is nice to have like the 2x4 in there against the wall because it gives me plenty of space to be able to fuck around.
Mm-hmm.
Kingfisher, we have Golden Goat from Hooli and from Irie in there. We have Mad Dog 2020, which Caribou sent down for me. It's a CBG strain. I put down Highlander from Vader at Ocean Grown. I don't know if he's still with Ocean Grown, but put down some Highlander.
Someone
I think
earlier said that he wasn't.
he wasn't. Yeah, I didn't think so. I thought they had a falling out. But so I've got this Highlander from Vader. I think Clay sent me that one. And then Noob had sent me some of Love and Arise genetics. So we're gonna pop the what was it called? Crimson Fire and Spanish Grape from Love and Arise.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah. Big Howard or Big H, Big Howard, Big H. There's quite a few things you could grow in the same room with your cannabis. I don't know about sharing root zones necessarily. Some things maybe. Flowers are good. I know that flowers are good to grow with weed. But yeah, I mean, I've seen lots of people growing lots of different stuff with their cannabis. So
I
But
mean,
as
right.
far
In
as like,
reality, a garden's a garden.
yeah,
You know, you have a certain amount of soil down there, and the roots are going to take and need a certain amount. So, I mean, co-planting, even in the hemp and cannabis industry, is done. I know for a while they were doing planting with all kinds of smaller herbs and things along with the cannabis to check to see how it actually affected the growth of the cannabis plant.
hmm
So they had something in this specific one that they were looking at. It was it milk thistle? I think it was milk thistle. When it was grown alongside with milk thistle, or it was some kind of little pokey fucker. Anyway, it had the plants generally had a 3% increase in terpenes
hmm
uh, from being co-planted. Same plant over there that kind of had its own. Everything was kept away. It did not do as well.
hmm
So there are definitely interesting factors that go along with it.
yeah.
So
Actually, Clay, that was going to be the one thing I did bring up is when you bring in other plants, you're inviting more opportunities for different types of pests that might not necessarily show up if you just had cannabis in the room. If you add other things, you're going to attract other pests as well. So
yep,
IPM got to be on point if you're going to start mixing stuff like that.
exactly. Yeah,
Just
I think
one
I was just
reason I
saying.
haven't.
Yep, and I think I was just saying that same thing while I was planting the bed and telling you why I'm not going to cover crop this round.
hmm
Is because it's a vector for extra bugs, for extra work that I'm not willing to put into it right now. So at the end of the round, I will do a big chop and drop on an actual cover crop to do my rollover. But for this round, we're going sterile for that reason. So
hmm Tomatoes and sweet peppers. Yeah. Yeah. Just watch if you're going to do that. Watch for, make sure you're preparing your plants to negate the bugs.
right, exactly.
Yeah, flowering thistle. I can't tell you how many fucking thistle fluffs I pulled out of my fucking outdoor plant this year. God, that was annoying.
hmm
Yeah, tomatoes definitely good for spider mites. Peppers, yeah,
Raspberries, fucking all that kind of shit.
yeah.
Uh, even when you get into some of your if you wanted to do house plants alongside, you got to be careful because
hmm
right, something like your cute little polka dot plant or something, fucking spider mites love them little bastards. Uh, yeah, all kinds of things. I mean, the key to it is grow a big, healthy fucking plant, right? The healthier
Yeah,
the plant, no matter what the fucking species, it's gonna help. Is it gonna be your end all fucking be? No, but it is gonna help. So if you're growing sick shit and you're not paying attention to it, the odds are very good you're gonna get fucking bugs.
yeah. Big
So
H. Some of those things that you can't eat or smoke are good pest deterrents. So there is a use, even though you might not be consuming it. There's a use for lots of that stuff too.
right. Same thing with the bugs. Everyone, oh, I wouldn't want a bug in my grow. I fucking use bugs in my grow. You know
Yeah,
what I
no,
mean?
I'm not.
So
I'm not for that. You get the hell out of here with
exactly,
that.
exactly. So
Wood
I'm
shavings
behind
good for aeration.
on the weedage today. Yes,
Oh,
that's
excuse me.
a very good point, Clay. For anybody, if you're ever looking into you're going to or you're going to build up, like a Hugel type system, or if you are going to use the benefit of wood in your garden, there's one thing that you have to pay attention to, and that is the nitrogen cycle, especially when breaking down wood, because the wood takes a fuck ton of nitrogen to break down. And it's going to rob that from everything else. The first thing that's going to be done is the breakdown before your plants are going to get it. If that makes sense. So if you pack a bunch of wood down in there, your first year or two can be real fucking dog shit if you are not supplementing, because of the fact that your all of your microorganisms and all of your nutrients are actually going into breaking down that wood at that point, rather than feeding your plant, because it needs to break down that point, that shit to feed that plant. So it takes that in.
On it.
Yeah.
So if you got a wood pile outside, wood shaving pile outside, go fucking pee on it when you're out there.
Fuck yeah, man. Pee all over that shit.
Yeah, I could
Why
start
not?
pissing on my pile, but it's fucking pretty close to the main road, so it might be frowned upon.
Fucking wave at the neighbors on the way by. It makes everything
Yeah.
all right, man. Dick in hand, waving away. How you doing?
All my neighbors are farmers, so fuck, they wouldn't.
Right? All you'd have to do is just fucking just composting, and they'll be like, all right.
Yeah.
No, Hooli, that is all wood. All wood is going to have a huge nitrogen breakdown cycle. And actually, you're going to have a period where your pH is going to go fucking wild too. It's going to go all over the place, usually into the acidic range, but it's not very stable in the initial breakdown of those woods either. So, yeah, you got to be careful when doing it. It's not I'm going to build it and then fucking grow in it type situation. It's more of my style. It's a build it, let it sit, let it work, let it do its thing. It's going to be right at the end, and it's going to give you years and years and years of good fucking growing. But your first couple suck.
Yeah.
Speaking of, I got to. Oh, I don't need to change my light cycle yet.
You're probably not alone there, Big H.
Oh, excuse me.
High nitrogen helped them. Yeah.
I think that's exactly it. Laid back dad is a lot of people. I think they miss that part of the research, is that in your first couple of years you actually have to feed the breakdown and the plants because of what's happening. And they've created this big natural system that's supposed to run itself eventually. They forget about the eventually part.
And if you got logs you want to break down, I would just fucking grow mushrooms in them for a few years. Plug a bunch of holes in them for a couple of years. They'll break down real quick.
Real goddamn fast.
Plus, then you got mycelium in there.
I personally like to just and I've got a pile that I can't fucking move around. hopefully next summer I'll be able to shovel a pile, but it'll be all dirt by then. But yeah, it's just wood shavings, and I'll go out there every so often with some labs or anything that I make with a high microbial or bacterial fucking content. I'll go give just a little dab out to that wood pile and that compost heap, and yeah, I mean, I think you already can go about 4 inches in. The pile, I think, is a year and a half old. If you only go like 4 inches in, it's solid soil already.
Oh, nice.
Because it hasn't moved and shit. And this was like big, chunked up, but this wasn't the good chippy stuff for like the garden. This was, I caught the guys and I asked them for the chips, and they said, all right. And they just gave me like the roughest shit possible. I didn't get the good lawn chips. I got the rough shit.
Yeah.
But like I said, it's damn near soil at this point. If we get snow this year, which I'm hoping we do, and it sits around for a while, I have no doubt I'll just be moving that pile as mostly soil next summer. So
yeah. Nice, Willie. Yeah, it makes
That'll
sense. I
actually,
mean, you go out and flip over a fucking deadfall log in the forest or anywhere where there's trees. You know, one of the first things you see is fungal growth on the outside or under the bark or whatever.
yeah. Yeah, I mean that's one of those fun things, man. I live in a great area where agriculture is a thing, right? And I do a lot of that natural crap around the yard, around the garden. The lady was supposed before I came here was supposed to be a very natural gardener, but I know my compost pile. I can build a fucking 5 foot high compost pile that's 5 foot wide, and by the end of the summer, it'll be flat to the fucking ground. I mean, you can damn near watch it shrink day by day. It's just so active out there and breaking down, which is fucking cool. But
Yeah.
so
Yeah, I need to get my I mean, I've got my big pile of fucking shit out there, but I need to set up an actual little fucking area. Um I just need to get some pallets and, build a little fucking compost uh thing. Just so that I can turn it over easier and, kind of contain it easier. Um because I know when we had Dr. Lane on, I asked about the cold, and she said that it can work really well because it works like an igloo, right? It forms an ice layer, and then everything in the middle fucking is still active. But that is not the case with my pile, and I don't know if it's just too loose or if it's too much straw or what. But it last year it froze fucking solid through the middle. In the late into the spring, I dug into the middle of it, and there is still a frozen chunk in the middle of that fucking
yeah,
thing.
so I mean, what you had was you didn't have an active pile that you started,
Yeah, yeah,
right? So
yeah.
you had wet soil and fucking wet straw, and
Hmm.
right. But if it was still active, right? Had you just built that pile and then strawed it up and then
Hmm.
fucking froze over, you probably would have been seeing the results that you were thinking.
Yeah, yeah.
But yeah, I think you were probably, yeah. I mean, you had to be just generally at that time not active enough to fight fucking cold. So
Hmm.
any kind of heat in there, you would
Yeah,
have, you would have had that reaction where it would have been more like an igloo.
yeah.
But
Well, and it was still a fresh pile too. Like I just got it at the end of the year before, right? So, um, I didn't cover it. It was literally just a big pile of straw and shit that froze through over the winter. But this year I've reduced like the pile's only half as big now because I've spread a bunch through the garden. And I've got a piece of panda film out there that's flipped over with the black side up, covering it. Hopefully, I'm hoping that that will help keep it hot, on our sunny days, help keep it warm, and maybe keep a little bit of it going through the winter. I did turn a bunch of it over quite a bit this year, so hopefully it keeps something going in there through the winter. But
yeah, I need to add to my probably top off my compost. I bought a little bin, something where I can kind of run it fast. I don't need as much shit. I don't even need my big worm bin anymore. We just don't have enough, uh, junk biomass around here for it. So what I ended up doing was getting basically like a 5 by 5 by 5 fucking compost, plastic compost bin, so that I
okay.
can fill that. And I've got it about half full, and we add whatever every single scrap we can, we add to it, throughout. But I think, and it's doing a good job, right? Not only does any of the small food waste that we have left go in there, but like the cannabis plants, that whole cloner probably going to go into the fucking compost bin here pretty soon. Plants with root zones that I don't want anymore, things like that, are going to get dropped into that compost bin to get recycled and removed. So but it's staying very low. It's staying nice and active, but I haven't built it up. And it's
Mhm.
about wintertime, and to keep it that way, I think I need to top that motherfucker off with a lot of good shit. So I know it's something I'm thinking about doing is grabbing some of those wood chips that are already getting broken down over there, maybe filling about a third of that fucker up, and then topping it off with leaves. Actually, probably putting the leaves in first, and then putting that extra third of wood chip on top of it. That way, it can settle it
Mhm.
down and the life's on top of it rather than in it. But with all the leaves and shit we got right now, it's absolutely perfect time to use that mass for it. But I was kind of wanting to do the don't clean up your yard for the winter thing for the bug life. And I have a hell of an ugly yard not to clean up. I got tons of fucking trees, so it's like a carpet of fucking leaves and black walnuts out here.
Yeah.
But it is a plan because I kind of like I said, I want to keep that compost pile as active as I can throughout the winter, and that means it needs to have that mass in there and have it
Mhm.
working. So I may already be a little bit late on that, but I am making a brand new batch of labs in the old slop sink over there right now. So the winter time kind of inoculation that I like to do for growing areas, compost, and all that shit. The inoculation's about to happen before. I'm a little late on it. I like to get it done before it gets as cold as we're about to drop, but we're not freezing yet, so fingers crossed it'll
Well,
be
lucky
okay.
you.
Hey, I'm
Cheers,
not the
baby.
one who moved above the wall, all right?
Hey, I was sent here. I just decided to stay because it's fucking better. It was fucking minus. Let's see, where's my phone? We'll see what it is right now. Sometimes it gets colder. Yep. Fuck. It was minus 18 when I got up and felt like minus 23. Right now it's minus 20 and feels like minus 25. So that's the bitch about getting up here in the morning is if you get up before 8 a.m., it gets colder. Like I got up at 5:30 this morning. It was minus 18. Now at 8 o'clock here, it's fucking minus 20. So it gets colder in the morning until the sun fucking breaks. It's fucking brutal.
Fucking, is anybody? All right, so I am absolutely terrible with trees. Fucking, I try to make bonsai sprouts. They hate me. I try to fucking plant them outside. They fucking hate me. Apparently, I'm not good at fucking starting a tree. Is that real? I live
Is
in the
that
fucking
real?
Midwest. Yeah, I live in the fucking Midwest. So if that's real, maybe I need to get to a nursery and get my fucking cherry trees I've been wanting to plant for fucking years.
Got my fucking spruce on.
Yeah, fuck you. I just found a bunch of those the other day, and I was like, man, I got to try those again.
So I don't remember how many were in the bag that I got these two out of. I think there was maybe 5 or 6 left. So so far, I think I've only sprouted the black spruce out of those ones that you sent me. Um, but yeah, it was either 5 or 6 seeds into, you're supposed to give them that fucking winter period, right? You got to put them in the fridge and whatever else for a couple weeks and then take them out. So I did that, but I left them in for fucking way too long. Uh, it said 6 weeks when I read it, 4 to 6 weeks, I think it said, to keep them in the fridge and then take them out and plant them. They were in there for like 3 to 4 months. Uh, and then I pulled them out, and those two still sprouted. So I figured those are gonna be fucking good, strong. Those should be some good, strong trees. Oh,
I feel like when they tell you that that length of period that you should probably do that, I feel like that's like the minimum. You know what I mean? I don't
mhm.
know if
That's
you
kind
can
of what I
really
figured.
over winterize.
Yeah, and that's what I was thinking too, right? I was like, winter's fucking more than 6 weeks long, right? Especially up here. So I don't think it'll be a big. They're not going to germinate in the fridge. Yeah,
No,
in the
right,
cold. So I was like, it's just like, it's just keeping them in stasis, in hibernation until
right.
I'm
And
fucking ready.
all we know is they need this amount of time in that cold to go pop. So
Yeah,
it doesn't
yeah,
mean I think that's the shortest amount of time that can be,
yeah, yeah, for
So,
sure.
but yeah, I just demand fucking every time I need to get the bonsais back out someday, someday, and maybe with a tree it won't look like I fucking put a dick on something.
No, it'll
Yeah,
still do it.
probably it'll probably still fucking do that. One of these days I'll actually finish one.
So I'm gonna be this week. I'm cleaning up that big ass fucking monstrosity of a bonsai plant, um, and then we will be flipping that thing. I'm gonna bring it back in the house. So right now it's out in the veg tent in the garage. So I'm gonna bring it back in the house, and we're gonna flip that fucker because it's getting a little out of control. So it's gonna probably be a bitch to flower it. It'll be a 2 to 3 a day fucking watering by the time it's done. So I might just because so when these pancakes finish, I'm gonna put a couple more auto pots again, but just do the big pots, and I'm only gonna do the two, I think. And then I was thinking I'll have that bonsai plant in there flowering at the same time, and then that gives me my time to get this next run started and vegged out. Um, but I was gonna say I might try to figure out some sort of drip irrigation or
Irrigation.
something for the bonsai with the res from the auto pots. So
Oh,
um,
with the res from the auto pot.
yeah,
Huh?
using my extra res that won't be in use. I
Ooh,
just have to get
I
it
got it.
high. I just have to get it higher than the top of the bonsai plant.
Well, so what you could do is you could just run a res line over to a little electronic timer. Have you seen those little electronic plant fucking like dosers? It's like a
Hmm.
little unit. You can set the timer and then run it like four little fucking tubes to plants with a dripper.
Yeah.
You could run one line from your res to one of those and then set up that timer to fucking do the drip on it. And that would be your bucket essentially.
Mhm.
So that would be super easy. And then you could really dial in your fucking waterings, your feedings, and keep it consistent without keeping it too wet.
Yeah. Yeah, that might be something to
Yeah, dude, like some of
look
those
at.
systems only cost like fucking 20-30 bucks.
Yeah.
Take a
Uh,
fucking AA battery, last for 6 months.
yeah. Josh,
IV bag.
I would be very interested. Are you in our Discord, Josh? Because I would like to see what you got for your wicking system for the bonsai.
I wish I could
I
see his
like
fucking YouTube name.
I like the sound of that. I know, because I'm always like, is it somebody that's fucking, we actually know, but now we just have their
Yeah, but now
stupid
I'm talking to
handle.
you like I've never fucking talked to you ever in my life.
Yeah. Yeah.
You're
It
like, why
could
are they
be
fucking
fucking.
talking to me like this? Well, because I don't know who the fuck you are now.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Fuck. Thanks a lot, YouTube.
you would, yeah. But
I
no,
don't know if
that
the
would be cool.
wicking system would work necessarily for this one because of the way it's set up. Um, being inside another plant and all, but a drip would work, I think. Or maybe I just get like 3 of those fucking watering bulbs and shove them in there.
It fucking works, man.
Yeah. Yeah, as long as it keeps the fucking thing hydrated.
I wonder, man, it'd be fun if there was a way. They got to make small stick olas. Like my Thirsty Earth system. They got
Mhm.
to make like small ones, like yay big.
I've seen
That just
the Blue Mat has some pretty small carrots. Like, I don't know. I think that, well, I don't know if they're like an inch or 2 inch or what, but the diameter, I just can't remember how long they are. But that's the problem is I don't have, I think I probably got maybe 1.5 to 2 gallons of medium in there. And it's not the same depth, right? Because it's kind of a rounded fucking shape. So on or on the edges, that thing's only fucking, 6 to 7 inches deep.
Right. Big ass.
Big ass pipette. Yeah. Maybe, but I'd have to pre-drill some holes to put it in there. That plastic, I don't think
Figure
would
out how
fucking
much
get through
air
there.
you.
It's already getting pretty firm, the fucking
The IV bag
medium.
sounds super fucking interesting to me. Like just to put that on
Where is
like
that? I missed that.
I think it was Josh earlier was talking about fucking an IV bag.
IV bag, keep it simple. Big H. Okay.
I see Big H said that. I thought somebody else said that first. Maybe. I don't know. But that seems fucking interesting. Like if you could just put an IV bag on a dripper, but you would really have to figure out, since it's a consistent fucking drip, you'd really have to figure out the there'd be a lot of trial and error to get to, the right watering, I think.
Mm-hmm.
But fucking interesting, because right, you could just run the line right down to like a watering stake and just doop, doop,
Yeah.
doop.
Yeah. Cheers, Skunky. Set it on a wet system. What's a wet
No,
system? Is that like a
we're
wicking?
still talking about the basket fucking bonsai, right? Or
Yeah.
are
Yeah.
we
Yeah.
Yeah. So I
Yeah.
think people need to see what that is,
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
wicking is
No,
not
it
going to
won't
work
work.
for the basket.
No. I'll show it next week. We're about quarter after already here, and it'll
Yeah,
take me a
yeah,
bit to get
But
outside. So.
so to anyone wondering, I mean, he's growing a bonsai inside an old bonsai, and he's growing on top of a frame,
Yeah.
and it's inside of a
Yeah, I'll
bag.
show. I have a little
Yeah.
fucking.
So
We can show you.
there's really no way to put it into a wicking system. So you kind of got to get the water onto the fucking available roots. God, it looks so good.
So I cut down.
Wait, here,
all
hold
the
on. Keep it.
extra.
There we go.
I cut down all the extra plastic off the fucking.
Yeah, it looks way nicer now.
Yeah, you can see everything nice
Yeah,
and clear.
really cleaned it up. I
So yeah,
guess.
there's
Oh,
no
so hold
wicking
on,
for
Colton.
that.
I guess you kind of could wick it, because you could just pick the whole fucking thing out of there, set it in something for a little
could
while.
technically, yes, I could pull it off of there and fucking set it on something, but like the fucking it's getting big.
Oop,
I don't know
back to
if
solo.
I show the full canopy.
Oh my.
Here.
Oh my, yeah, it is getting big. Still looks fucking beautiful too. Nice, dude.
See.
Very fucking nice.
Yeah, that's a better overshot of the canopy. I've trimmed her back like maybe
At least a couple.
half a
Yeah, I was
dozen
just
times now. Topped it, fucking stripped it, top it, strip it, top it, strip it, top it, strip it, top it, strip it. Fucking it slows down a little bit, but oh god, it comes back pretty quick. Like
he's a monster, man. That thing has been wanting to grow.
Yeah, it'll stunt out for like maybe a couple days after a good defol. But yeah, then as soon as you can see, all of a sudden these fucking bigger leaves, the little teeny fan leaves I left became fucking bigger, and then all of a sudden they're like, yeah, it's just fucking wild.
That might not actually be a bad idea, Colton.
Cheers, guys. Thank you. Put a bucket of water a foot higher and run the cotton string. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, super simple. Keep it close though, because it will kind of drip. I've had it where it'll drip off the middle of the string.
Yeah.
Oh, it works. It works well, dude.
Does it?
Yeah. That'll fucking work.
Like kind of bury the string a little bit into the.
It'd work better that way.
It's like snake it across the top of the fucking soil and bury it a little bit or something.
That's what I would do. I would just kind of snake it across the surface, maybe give it a little bit of soil on top, but yeah, that should work.
I could kind of just like carve or like dig out a little channel and just lay it in a little channel
He says definitely bury it.
Definitely bury it. Okay. Yeah. I'll have to add a little bit of medium, I think, because yeah.
Right, because you're running low.
Yeah, it's running low. Even all the shit I sprayed off the fucking roots and pulled back, it's now gone and like gone down the sides. Because I've been really good about this one. I haven't super dry backed it because it'll fucking kill it if I do. But it's had enough dry backs that there's and I think the roots are kind of pulling everything into, so it created a little bit of a gap around the edge, and then I was able to all that material that came off of the roots, I was able to just kind of push that down around the edges and kind of fill in the edges a bit. But the top of it is pretty firm. There's not a lot of aeration in there, to be honest, but yeah, I'll just take a little bit
That's kind of where I was. That's kind of where I was thinking. If you snaked it across the top of there, threw just a handful of media on top of it, nothing to disrupt kind of the work you've already done, but that would get you by until your next spray down. And your next spray down, I would just kind of move that rope, if you do that, a little lower and do your spray down so that soil fucking packs on top of the rope, and then you can kind of keep running it that way.
Yeah.
It wouldn't be a bad way to.
Oh, I'd almost want to test it though in veg before I fucking.
Oh yeah. I wouldn't do it to that motherfucker right now and trust it.
No, that's what I
mean. No, I'm gonna watch water go into that motherfucker.
Yeah. Around the perimeter, around the edge. Okay. Yeah. Interesting. Okay. Now I got some shit to think about, but yeah, maybe for the next one.
Yeah.
We'll see. We'll see how that the underneath plant looks when I'm done, and see if I can do another one inside of it after. That might be kind of fun.
Do another one inside the lower basket again?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hell, maybe you need to
then go for the basket in a basket in a basket in a basket.
Bro, maybe you need to just get some hardening resin and just harden that stem up, just in case.
Yeah, actually, that's not a bad idea. I should.
Just in case, man. The top of the basket's gonna be fine, but I think we need to fucking firm up that stem a little bit.
I can already see like where the base of that one is. It's pretty fucking. It's getting a little wobbly and loose, so it doesn't hold itself up. It's on a fucking. I've got one support branch that's holding it up because it was starting to tip, but that's it. There's just one other support. Otherwise, it's still sitting on that main fucking thing. But yeah, we'll look at it. Like I said, we'll look at it next week a bit.
Nice.
Our bonsai tree is meant to be flowered. Not
bonsai cannabis
is. Yeah. Most of the ones I've seen flowered have been, the smaller ones, not the fucking 4-foot ones. I have flowered. Actually, you know what? I shouldn't say that because I have flowered a large bonsai, so kind of fucking eating my own words there.
You just don't regularly do small bonsai.
Yeah.
So,
and that one I actually cut the bottom off. I grew that in the rectangular bonsai pot, and I ripped the bottom off and set it on top of another pot, basically giving it a bigger root zone, because I was worried I would not make it through, and I would not have. So, but yeah, that's what next week we'll do some bonsai shit. But cheers, everybody. One more dab frog for the road, and get about our day. All right, you got anything for the people before we go?
Fucking
come hang out tonight.
Be awesome.
Fluff and G.
Be awesome. Hit the like, hit the subscribe. Fucking check the links. support the people who support us, all those fun things. Hang out with me and G-Bay tonight. Boss is away. Yeah, I think that's about it.
Perfect.
Yeah.
All right. Well, cheers, everybody. Thanks for hanging out with us this morning, as usual. Have a great day. Cheers, Jam.
Does it cost to fill up a 4-foot acetylene tank? Well, if you don't have one, you got to rent one and then get it filled. But I think they're around $250 nowadays, I think.